So this is what has really helped us start disrupting this space, because most of our competitors hide margins, and then they also don't enable our clients to interview candidates. Sometimes they just place them based on like the rotation that they have internally, and that's completely different from the Teilur model. So if you're really looking to outsource or nearshore or find a staffing agency that is going to help you find the right talent, look, there's dozens of options, right? But there are actually two major components that differentiate us from most of the staffing, outsourcing, nearshoring agencies out there. So number one is that we have something we call transparent rate policy. And what this means is that we actually disclose how much of the money that you pay for a candidate, how much that goes to the actual candidate and how much we keep. So this transparent rate pricing, even though it sounds so simple, it's revolutionary, because in this space, most of the agencies, what happens is that they'll tell you like, hey, you know what, we can find you a software engineer or a DevOps engineer for $8,000. But let's say they end up hiring that person for $4,000, and then they keep 50% of that margin. And we saw that this was very common in this space, and we thought it was very unfair because they also hide it from both the clients and the candidates. And then this creates a lot of friction and mistrust when these two parties start to figure out how much the client is paying and how much the candidate is keeping. So what we do with transparent rate pricing is that we disclose these margins. So let's say, for example, if you're hiring a DevOps engineer and you're going to pay $8,000, we'll never charge you more than 20% of that gross monthly salary. So that means that $1,600 goes to us, and then the rest goes directly to the talent. And it's always 20%. It's never more than that, no matter how much the salary of the candidate is. So that's why also when clients come to us, we never ask you about like, hey, how much is your budget right away? We actually give you the rates up front. Like, look, this is how much you can expect to pay for different types of candidates that we have in our network. Then the other thing that differentiates us is that we don't do ad hoc projects, or we don't do part-time projects. We actually find talent in Latin America that aligns with your business model, with your mission, that is going to be part of your team. Just imagine you're hiring someone as if you were going to hire them locally. You're just hiring them in Latin America. That's the main difference. We take care of everything: contract compliance, recruiting, payroll, everything that you need to in order for you to be able to hire someone in Latin America. But aside from that, it's someone that is going to be part of your team. They're going to join your daily stand-ups. They're going to feel your mission. They're going to be part of your mission, part of your vision. And they're going to be just like any other team member that you have in the US or in Canada. And we found that that type of approach with our talent, it's really disruptive, because candidates don't want to feel like robots. They just don't want to be given tasks and that's it. They actually want to be part of the cool things that you're building or of the cool projects that you're working on. So this is what has really helped us start disrupting this space, because most of our competitors hide margins, and then they also don't enable our clients to interview candidates. Sometimes they just place them based on like the rotation that they have internally, and that's completely different from the Teilur model. So in summary, it's transparent rate pricing and the fact that we match candidates with your business model, and we just don't simply outsource talent to do a task that you don't want to do in your business.